Good day, and welcome to Trusting God at All Times, a daily devotion of Peakland United Methodist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. My name is John Vest. I'm the pastor here at the church. Those online search engines are amazing tools. If you type in an address, you'll not only get directions to that address, but you can get a satellite picture from above. Okay, that is a little unnerving. If someone actually suggests you use ivermectin to fight the COVID virus, you can type it in and find out very quickly that is a horse dewormer, and unless you walk on all fours and have grown a tail, you should not be taking that stuff. Need the recipe for chicken? Type it in. Need a recommendation for a car repair? Type it in. Looking for a good school, an affordable loan, even someone to date, fall in love with, and marry? Type it in. It's all there. But, don't you love that word? But, I typed something into a Bible search engine I use as a pastor and got no reply. Nothing. Nada. I was looking for one of the accounts of Jesus walking on water and calling Peter to walk with him, and I just couldn't remember chapter and verse, so I did a search. Eventually, I found my way to Matthew's Gospel, which reads, "As soon as the meal was finished, Jesus insisted that the disciples get in the boat and go on ahead to the other side while he dismissed the people. With the crowd dispersed, he climbed the mountain so he could be by himself and pray. He stayed there alone late into the night. Meanwhile, the boat was far out to sea when the wind came up against them and they were battered by the waves. At about 4 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on the water. They were scared to death. 'A ghost,' they said, crying out in terror. But Jesus was quick to comfort them. 'Courage, it's me, don't be afraid.' Peter, suddenly bold, said, 'Master, if it's really you, call me to come to you on the water.' Jesus said, 'Come ahead.' And jumping out of the boat, Peter walked on the water to Jesus. But when he looked down at the waves churning beneath his feet, he lost his nerve and started to sink, crying, 'Master, save me.' Of course, Jesus did not hesitate. He reached down and grabbed his hand, and he said, 'Faint-heart, what got into you?' The two of them climbed into the boat, and the wind died down. The disciples in the boat, having watched the whole thing, worshipped Jesus, saying, 'This is it. You really are God's Son for sure.' Sometimes, even the best search engines miss the point. You see, as I remembered the story, I was searching for Peter walks on water, and I got nothing. It was only when I typed in Jesus walks on water that I was successful. But, there's that word again, but, did you hear it? Do you realize that when Jesus called to Peter to step over the side of the boat and walk to him, he did it? Peter actually walked on the water. It was only when he took his eyes off of Jesus and looked instead at the waves that Peter faltered. So, today, please think about this. We can search for Jesus to do mighty things. Walk on water, heal the hurting, even raise someone from the dead. But sometimes we are the ones who are capable of mighty things. Things like walking where we thought we would never go, doing what we never thought we might do, caring in a way that is so strange to us, but not strange at all to God. And I want to suggest to you that the key to it all is keeping our eyes on Jesus. 'Come to me,' he said, 'all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.' I encourage you to look to Jesus today. Who knows? Maybe, like Peter, you'll find yourself walking on water. So let it be. Amen.